Welcome back to another episode of The Maturity Project. I am your host, Chad Everett Broshears, and today is a fairly quick conversation. It's on community maturity. I have produced over 200 videos at this point. It's well over, actually. This will be 204 today. And it's about 8 different areas of maturity. If you've been watching, this is nothing new to you. If you've seen multiples of my videos, you've heard me talk about this. There's 8 areas. It's an incredibly dynamic conversation. It's a very large conversation. There are quite a few things to actually discuss. There's a lot of unpacking to do with this type of education. It is in its early stages. So I'm aware of these areas. I've been talking about researching and teaching these areas for some time now. The order in which things happen are not always exactly as what somebody might envision or plan. Oh, why I say that is you can obviously see now that I've actually pointed this out in multiple videos, the area that I'm recording in. It is not ideal, but it is what's required for now. So forgive that if you have to, if it's disconnecting you from what I have to say. I am here just to expand people's perspectives on life, to give different insights about what has happened throughout my life and then the stories and the experiences that have been shared with me along the way. To add this in, that's not first and foremost, but to add this in at this point is that I do lead with a big heart, and my desire is to try to help free people up from the muck that sticks them in where they're at, right? Where they create intentions to emotionally avoid specific experiences in life, places where we settle in and determine that this is true about life and it doesn't work. It doesn't serve my goals, and therefore my goal must not be realistic or achievable, or even, am I stricken with hubris with my goal? There's a lot of stuff that's out there. So I can continue to speak into the microphone about things that I identify that people are, struggling with whenever it comes to the expressions on social media, since people do get a cathartic release there. Or I can go ahead and just say, you know what, let's also open up a different avenue here. Let's open up community engagement in this education, and to just help create and produce more content for people to see themselves in what's being spoken about, so that they can see, hey, I am in fact not painted into a corner. Yes, the decisions I've made, without the depth of the long term in that decision, and the consequences of that, were not obvious to me, and I was emotionally caught up at the moment, and I needed to make a decision, and the decision I made had specific outcomes that I was not capable of foreseeing. Whether that is that you didn't have the bandwidth or experience to know that it was going to have a specific outcome, or you were so emotionally bogged down or so emotionally distracted at the time, you didn't even consider that you could predict the outcome. So what I am looking to do moving forward is to open up one of the avenues for this education, the community maturity aspect, to bring in more conversations. So here's what I will request in the comment section, or to the email address, yourmaturityproject@gmail.com. That is YOUR maturityproject@gmail.com. You can send me an email, and I will start a conversation about something specific in your experiences that you'd like to talk about. If it is your overcoming something from the past, fine, by all means, fantastic. If it is an area that you'd like to get some insights on, I'm happy to go into that, so that I might be able to get you painted or out of that painted corner. So please comment in the comment section, or send me an email, yourmaturityproject@gmail.com, and I will happily go through some of those things. Currently, I am working on a relationship course. I am actually over halfway through this course at this point. This course, I did a video on it, the previous video I did that on that course, just as some insights on what's going on there and what to expect and that kind of thing. If you were tired of having relationships kind of winging it the approach of winging it in a relationship, that specific relationship course is designed to help you stop doing that. If you're tired of attracting narcissists, which it has been one of my challenges, is I'm incredibly empathic. I want to help others, um, and I have had what I refer to as it really is the narcissists that show up. And I'm not saying a clinical diagnosis of narcissism. I'm not licensed to make clinical diagnoses, but I do study a lot. I look into the trait values, and I'm incredibly interested in so many things. My curiosity leads me into wonderful worlds. I would say that I have come across three narcissists in my professional life that have impacted me in such a way that I was taught some very incredible lessons in the professional sense. And then in the personal sense, two relationships with female narcissists that were significant for me. One very recent to a degree, and then another in my history, in a little bit more of the distant history. And I will tell you that one of the things that I am teaching in that course now is how to actually identify and how to create deterrence for narcissists getting involved in your life. And how do you arm yourself in a way that reduces the likelihood, or at least puts some signals up to let you go, hey, this person may actually not be a good fit, even though I'm hearing everything that I really would like to hear right now and experiencing the things that I'd like to experience. This person is showing me that they may actually have some of those traits that would be disruptive for my life and my directions here. So that's actually something you find in the course as well. There is work. It's not something you just go, oh, okay, that's a cool conversation for 5 minutes and I got everything that I need. Nothing seems with value seems to show up like that in our life. So something you really will value, you will study, you will make it a part of your experience, and the way that you do things. It can change the way you do things in such a way that your outcome is desirable. Oh, yeah. The other one is Know Your Worth. That's a course that will follow. That's my next in the trajectory of the courses designed by the Maturity Project. So if you're interested in those, by any means, I will have 4 people going through the pilot program for both. Right now, I'm just looking to fill the seat for 2 more people in the pilot program for the relationship course. So there will be no cost to them for this. If you're interested and like to participate in that, I do require that you do send me an email to yourmaturityproject@gmail.com. That's YOUR maturityproject@gmail.com. I'll happily consider whether or not I have you go through that course. And then you will get some little tidbits here and there. If you're not selected for that, you will see some episodes that come out, some teasers, some shorts, things like that, that will be designed for that course and then the future courses. So, yeah, if you're in that category, by all means, join in. The other is, again, with this, specifically what this episode's about was more for community engagement. What topics would you like me to talk about? Are you interested in being a guest on this show? As this continues on, you will see some changes, especially in the areas that I'm filming in and how that continues to transpire. If you have interest in supporting the company itself, the Maturity Project, or at least the Education Maturity Project, by all means, yeah, reach out. Send me an email, yourmaturityproject@gmail.com, YOUR maturityproject@gmail.com. And we'll see how you can support this education as well. I'm out to make a difference. I am devoting, and I have already devoted my life to this, and devoting my resources to it as well. We can create something great. I don't want to continue to sit around and hear the complaints other people have and then possibly be enrolled in the complaint. So I just sit around and complain with others. And that's actually not in my nature anyway. But unfortunately, it is a quicksand that people seem to get stuck in. If you want to see some serious change in life, it's the little things that make massive differences. And that is easily one of those areas that can make a massive difference for you. So if you'd like to know more about it, you can comment in the comment section. You can send me an email. Like this video, by the way. Help with the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm happy to engage as much as I can. I really am out to make as much of a difference as possible. There's a lot of development that I'm looking to go through myself. Uh, we got a world to save, man, but we really need to make sure we're saving ourselves before we get out there and start throwing a bunch of life rafts out. You don't want to be the one without the life raft and then tread water until you can't anymore. Let's get you where you need to be, and then we can make the big difference. You know, so it starts with one. I'm putting it out there that I've started. Join me. Let's do this. You know, this is not a buy me the Lambo project. That's not what this is. This is let's impact humanity. Let's make a difference. And let's do it in a way that we can have a fulfilling life. If you got financial trouble, by all means, this can be the reset you're looking for. If you've got problems getting, promoted in your business or in the company you're with, or if you have problems getting your business off the ground, this can easily be that opportunity for you as well. If you can't seem to get your emotions in check, or you just seem to be all over the place emotionally, I'm not saying don't seek therapy. That's nothing like that. But emotional maturity may be what you need, is to develop those rudimentary areas, those foundational issues that's just been there. Again, not replacing a therapist. Go see one if you need it. But if you'd like to actually expand in the emotional maturity, this can easily be it. Sexuality, dealing with some problems there. Either you're not getting enough attention, or you notice that the attention you're getting is disruptive of other parts of your life. This can be it. Don't seem like you have a purpose in life. You're struggling. You don't seem like you really feel like you matter much. This can be the program for you. Maturity Project. Now, dealing with weight loss issues, you're not quite where you want to be physically, have some challenges there. Well, I've got a very extensive background when it comes to fitness. So spent more than a decade in that industry, and I fix gyms now. So on the business side of things, but I have to, some magic to it. Yeah, if you got some community challenges, you want to be able to get involved in things, or you're feeling lonely and you want to, just make more friends, this can be it. Subscribe to the channel. Okay. Share this video with the people in your life that you want to make an impactful relationship or a conversation with. You want to make a difference. The cavalry ain't coming. It's you. You're it. So saddle up. Let's go. Join me in this. This is the Maturity Project. I'm your host, Chad Everett Broshears. The path to hell is paved with good intentions. History tells that story often, unfortunately. We do not need to create that roadway. It's already got a super highway to get there. Let's make some different roads. Start laying the bricks in the right direction. We can do this together. We'll create the heaven or utopia or whatever it is, and we can do it in a balanced way that makes handing it off to the next generation so much more effective, because we know how to measure it. We know how to measure it in such a way that the person's on the right track. Hand it over that way. So it's not something you create that's beautiful and somebody else comes along and makes it a for-profit thing that just seems to bastardize it, cutting throats and all the rest of the undesirables that come out of that. We can make this thing work in a mature way. Join me in that process. We grow through what we go through. That's the motto, man. That's how we do this. So let's do it together. Let's get up to some stuff. Let's go. All right, guys. Let's get up to it. Don't forget, email, message, comment, like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Encourage your friends to join in as well. Again, this is not the polished product that people typically expect. This is a process of polishing that product. So join me in that process. If you know, or if you have yourself some of the resources that could really help with this, then, I'm happy to have the conversation started. I've got my marketing guy already. Doesn't mean that he can't work with others. Content creation, course creation as well. If you have a skill set that you'd like to contribute, by all means, shoot me an email. Let's get that conversation started, man. This is a community effort. Let's go. All right. Till next time. See ya.